This is a pursuit, stolen vehicle. This is one of those ones where we don't want to joke around too much. This is a very, obviously this person's driving a stolen vehicle, but this was taken in some sort of home invasion in the Wilshire area. So this is actually a pretty bad guy behind the wheel, and we know this for a fact. So at any rate, they stole after they did the home invasion, they stole the person's vehicle, and this vehicle had some sort of tracking device on it. Now, LAPD has been working quite diligently trying to find this car on the 10 freeway. The LAPD helicopter spotted the vehicle. They confirmed the plate. They got the California Highway Patrol behind it. It was driving freeway speeds until just a few moments ago when the California Highway Patrol got behind that vehicle and turned on their reds and lights, and then this BMW just took off. Speeds of up to 140 miles an hour just before we went live. The officers on the ground basically saying, well, we got that helicopter. We're going to keep an eye on it. Looks like we're getting way over, so it might be getting off the freeway here, or this is the transition for the 15. It looks like we're going to be transitioning on the 15 freeway. We'll give you a direction here in just a moment. Justin's keeping a great eye on it. And again, LAPD helicopter, they're above it. California Highway Patrol on the ground chasing it. Stolen vehicle taken in a home invasion. So this is a very, very dangerous suspect behind that wheel.
Yeah, and you know, I said it's 9:15 and this is where traffic starts to pick up, but relatively speaking, it's pretty light still on the roads. I guess you could say thankfully, because we always talk about how people have no idea what's going on, or the ones who sometimes end up getting hurt in situations like this. Bob, you're right there. Feel free to jump in at any point and give us your perspective.
And let's go back up to Stu, because it looks like this is the transition. Stu,
Yep.
Is this the 15 North now that we're looking at?
Yeah, Bobby, it definitely is the 15 northbound, and I'm looking at, the possibilities of where this BMW could go. We might have some signal issues out here in Sky Fox as we're going to be making our way. I mean, the pass is quite a distance away, don't get me wrong, but at these speeds, and as you've been saying, and it is the traffic is very light this morning. There you go. Now we're seeing that BMW pushing those up into the 100, let's just say 140. I would definitely say a solid 140 miles an hour as he's making his way north here on the 15 freeway. I have new information from the assignment desk. These are one of the things. We work in a very fluid situation. Information moving, changes up quite a bit. It's not a home invasion. It was a burglary. Now they're saying that this was a burglary, and it was taken from some home off of Sierra Bonita in the Wilshire area. So it wasn't a home invasion. That actually makes it a little bit less scary. I was thinking that, somebody was home, this person broke in. Turns out it was just a burglary, and apparently there might have been some keys laying around, and that vehicle was taken during that burglary. So that makes it, does it make it better? No, definitely not. But it is just more accurate information. Take a look at those speeds, though. Northbound 15 freeway, this BMW just continues to move out here. And, of course, the LAPD helicopter, along with Skyfox, really, we are actually working to keep up on it. There you go. He seems to be in the emergency lane right there, moving all the way over. That's not a tire.
From the vehicle.
That's and actually literally leaving us, our helicopters in the dust this morning as this BMW continues to move along. Those speeds might be accurate just looking out the window. It's one of those ones where I'm seeing it out the window, and you can see this vehicle just passing, flying by all these other vehicles on the side of the road. Now, California Highway Patrol, they clearly are not the types that just throw their hands up and say, oh, well, we can't catch it. They are there, they're behind it, but they are considering safety issues, and they want to keep everybody safe, so they've fallen back a little bit. But I can tell you, LAPD helicopter, along with Skyfox, here following this vehicle this morning as it continues in the emergency lane. Those aren't flat tires, that's just dust on the side of the road. These are lanes that are not usually used.
The CHP was behind this vehicle, and we're assuming it still is. Stu mentioned that the LAPD helicopter is tracking the car from up above, as are we. Looks like, was that an exit or a transition? Can't tell.
What are the eastbound lanes here?
Okay, so Stu's trying to figure out exactly where this is going to, but looks like...
I can hear Haley talking to me. Sorry about it.
That's okay. So
It's okay.
Today we're having a little bit of audio issues. I can't hear you guys talking at me, but I can tell you right now we transitioned eastbound 215. So basically we're not going through the pass up here. We're going to stay on the on our side of the hill as it would be. So basically we went from the 15 to the 215, and now we're going to be heading eastbound. Look, oh, he got off the freeway. So this is going to become very interesting. So California Highway Patrol has the opportunity to get a little bit closer there. It looks like we're on Devore Road. I'm going to get you some better streets here in just a moment. But he got off the freeway. He has an opportunity to get back on. So maybe it was one of those, he just made the wrong turn. There he goes. It looks like we're getting back onto the 15 freeway. I believe that's going to be northbound lanes. So again, he basically, it looks like he just took the right there, but and he's making his way back onto the North 15. So we've seen speeds drop down basically because of traffic. Right now, I'm looking out the window. I can see that vehicle, and he's got a lot of open freeway. There is traffic as this is an uphill portion. So all the big trucks are going to be going a lot slower. A lot of the vehicles might be moving a little bit slower as well. That BMW, you know, I'm going to say it. You drive it like you stole it, and this guy definitely stole it. Perhaps this person thinking, well, let me get as much distance as I can between me and law enforcement, and if this vehicle runs out of fuel, well, then, you know what, I have that opportunity to run. That's all fine and good, but y'all have to remember the helicopter from the California Highway Patrol joining this chase as well. And what can I say about that BMW? Well, I'm guessing that that's got to be an M series. It's a 3, as I understand it, possibly a 4, but, you know, that those speeds, and even if our little speedometer is a little bit off, at one point we were showing 160. So you got to figure that that vehicle is solid 150 miles an hour this morning, which is very dangerous to anybody involved. Even a car like that, if it gets into a crash at 150 miles an hour with another car just driving freeway speeds, it could be very deadly. I'm really wondering if that thing is starting to run out of fuel. Looks like we're taking an off-ramp. We're on an off-ramp. We're on an off-ramp. If you guys can see us, great. If you can't, I'm letting you know we're rolling on board. We're on an off-ramp. It looks like we are Mariposa Road. Stay tight, because when he gets at the end there, he's going to do something crazy. He's probably not used to driving this slow anymore. Yeah, adrenaline. Well, that adrenaline's got to wear off a ways back. He's probably thirsty now. That's what I'm talking about. He's going to do something desperate. Whoa! Yes, I can. I can hear you. Somebody's asking me if you can hear me. I can hear you. There's California Highway Patrol. Like I said, they were going to be close by. No doubt about it. And you can see now we're making these, actually kicking up some higher speeds out here, and we're on roads. It looks like, I'm wondering if he's going to try to get back onto the freeway, basically just to go back the other direction. Wrong side of the road, cutting back and forth. Whoa. You know, on the freeway, everybody at home was going, wow, that thing is moving very quickly. It's sad to see that suspect arriving away from us as we're making our way the opposite direction, almost going out for fuel. Sorry, guys, I really am. Have a look at this. We are actually coming through Montclair and Claremont on this pursuit that began out of LA some time ago here. Now, this vehicle went all the way up to the 15 freeway into the Cajon Pass before reversing southbound on the 15 here. And now, again, as I mentioned, we are in the Montclair area, traveling northbound, basically away from the 10 freeway up towards the 210 freeway. We're right near Cable Airport, if you are familiar with the area here. So not too far from Upland. There's a major intersection right there. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's going to be Foothill Boulevard, where he is trying to make a left turn westbound along Foothill Boulevard here. This person is not looking to give up at this point, not wanting to stop for law enforcement that is now chasing him. So again, that's what we're looking at right now. He's just coming up on a light, and he is making a left turn. That's going to be southbound. That's going to be a southbound turn, essentially towards the 10 freeway if he continues for a couple of miles here. It looks like, however, he wants to pull it over. Is there a lack of controllability on the car? Is he unable to make the turn? Hard to know at this point here, but again, he's kind of made that westbound turn into the neighborhood. Hopefully the CHP or the law enforcement helicopter above are going to be able to transmit his location to units on the ground and get them into a situation where they might be able to intercept this guy and even take this guy into custody here. But okay, there he goes. He's going to be southbound now. Southbound. Okay, coming at us. Let me just scooch over here. Okay. Hang on, guys. Let me send it back to you for a minute or two. Okay, here we go. Oh, darn it. Okay. Hey. And bracket TV5 is still with the gaggle overhead at 3,000. TV5, thank you. Actually, it looks like we're going to be on station here for a little bit here. He exited the car, and anyways, we're going to be here for a little bit. Will do, sir, and thank you. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay, it's a tough... Okay. Okay. In the backyard. It looks like he's kind of tucked away in the backyard there, and he might have changed or something, or put on a different shirt or something like that here. But you see that water heater that's in the corner. You can see him kind of moving, kind of crouching down low in the backyard here, trying to make his way here. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I hope they're able to get ground units here. I don't know if he is familiar with this property or not, but nevertheless, he is still trying to make his way through the backyard and perhaps into the yard of the house immediately north of the property, immediately north here. So we're doing our very best. Rich Prickett, our Sky 5 photographer, doing a great job doing his best to keep an eye on this pursuit suspect here. So now he's in the alley. Now he is in the alley, kind of sneaking westbound. I don't have a street here, but obviously there he is. He's just kind of making his way here. So I imagine if police officer shows up in the alley, he's going to kind of make his way through the properties here and make it that much harder for him to be taken into custody here. Obviously a desperate suspect here, given the fact that this pursuit has been going on for probably something on the order of about 45 minutes to an hour. But you can see that stand of trees right next to that garage, and well, you can see where he has kind of disappeared into that little area there. So what's he saying? Are you hearing him? What's he saying? What? We got that guy, another helicopter in a left-hand orbit. We have CHP in an airplane. They got a canine going in there, huh?